Hello, hello. This is Christopher again, here from the ranch. It's been a few days and I keep having the impulse to create a video, but then when it comes time to start, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. But tonight I was just like, just do it. Something always seems to come through. It's a beautiful moon out tonight. I don't know if we can see it up there. Let's see if we can turn the camera around. Nope. Oh well. Yep, so it's up there somewhere. That's it right there. Camera just really doesn't pick it up very well. But yeah. Let's see. We got Vincenzo, little baby Vincenzo, and his mama Jazzy back here on the ranch today. And Vincenzo is wearing these special horseshoes. They're these little shaped plastic horseshoes that have to be wrapped on. So they're held in place with like medical wrap, something that might go over the top of gauze. And let me tell you, it was a struggle to get that, because he throws them off every so often. And so we have to check him 2 or 3 times a day and put it back on if we can. But I did figure out a trick to do it, and that is wait until he's chilled out and relaxed and laying down, and kind of, because he doesn't mind when I approach him when he's laying down, because he knows me and he trusts me. So I wait till he's laying down, like we did earlier this evening, and then I can straddle him and just kind of hold him down while we apply the bandaging to hold the shoe in place. And goodness gracious, that took a lot of effort. I was sweating like crazy. It's already pretty warm out here. It was, somebody said 107 for today. The number I think I saw was 102, but I don't know. It was hot. 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It was pretty high up there. But even though it was after dark by the time we got out there, it was a struggle trying to wrestle a small horse. But we got it on there, and hopefully it'll stay at least till morning, and we'll just figure it out as we go. I was listening to Sadhguru talking not too long ago, and what he was saying is that what is important is to do what is needed. Like, we have all these desires, we have all these things that we feel like we should do or that we want to do, and either we don't know how to start or we don't know what the steps are to make it all the way through. But so often we get lost in all of those details. And I've found in my own life, in my own practice of growth and just figuring it out, the more I let go and just do what is right in front of me, what I know needs doing sooner, choices become easier. Life becomes easier. It makes life kind of simple when you just do what is needed. And of course, there's going to be like things that you want to do. Like tomorrow, I'm going out with some friends and going up to the reservoir, and we're going to play in the water and with my men's group and just play. And so, of course, you're going to do things you want to do, but don't stress. Don't stress about it. I've said it before, and when you stress, it inhibits your thought. It inhibits your creativity. It makes it hard to do the things that you need to do when you're stressed out. There's a saying I heard a few months ago, and it's really stuck with me, and I find myself repeating it. Worry is a prayer for what you don't want. I can't remember what the source is on that, but I'm sure if you look it up, you'll find it. But think about that. Worry is a prayer for what you don't want. If you've listened to Abraham Hicks or studied the law of attraction at all, that should resonate pretty strongly, because it's all about what you focus on. What is it you're thinking about? What is your focus on? That's what you're creating. So be easy. Be at ease. If only for a moment. Take a couple of minutes here and there throughout your day to rest your mind, to rest your heart, and to just be. It helps me to focus on something that's just beautiful. It can be music. It can be something out in nature. Maybe you go for a walk by your local pond, lake, river, observe the trees, observe the grasses blowing in the wind, watch the birds, the squirrels. Watch your dog or your cat. Most of them, unless we've taught them to be stressed, most of them just live a relaxed life. If they're hungry, they eat. If they're tired, they sleep. If they want attention, they'll come say hi, like Leo here. Hi, buddy. That's what life is all about. You do what is needful. And if it's in front of you, do what you want. Do what makes you feel good. Or even better, do what fulfills you. And very often, doing what is needed is fulfilling. Trying to find a good angle for the light here so you guys can see me while I sit. So often we find ourselves scrambling and trying to get things done for other people that don't really need done. We find ourselves making commitments that we don't really want to keep because we feel a desire to, right? We want to be helpful. We want to be loving and kind. We know that a person, or we feel that a person needs help with something, and so we offer to do that thing, or to in some way help fill that need. Here's a secret. Don't offer to do something unless you really want to do it. And sometimes there is a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of internal dialogue, and because there's often pros and cons. The thing may require a bit of a time investment that you're not sure you're willing to give, right? Might require some type of effort that you don't necessarily appreciate putting out there. Sometimes it's still worth it. Other times it's not. Play the game. Do what is right in your mind, in your eyes. Do what you're called to do. And learn from it. Pay attention. Are you offering from a place of love, or are you offering from a place of concern? It really can't be both. It may not be obvious, but there is a vibrational difference, a feeling difference. And sometimes you'll find that at first glance you don't want to do something, but with deeper thought and feeling, you do want to do it, and vice versa. This exploration, this practice with awareness, with mindfulness, with presence, this helps you build discernment, to develop discernment. That skill which helps you determine what is right for you versus what is not right for you. And make friends with silence. It can often be uncomfortable when you're not used to it, to sit in silence. But as you gain practice and appreciation with it, you gain an appreciation. It becomes peaceful. It becomes desirable. Not always, but at least sometimes. It's nice to spend a few minutes in silence with a friend. I don't know if you guys can hear him. Probably not. He's purring. I keep hearing that all the horses out here have shinier coats and look healthier, and they're happier than they've been in a long time. And basically, since I moved in, I've been very aware of all of the things that need doing, or a lot of things that need doing. And very often, well, I keep not having the energy to do everything. It takes quite a lot just to feed them and water, and I spend time with them. I love on them. I give them pets, and every once in a while I'll brush one of them or two. But I have found myself feeling inadequate, like I'm not doing enough. But more and more I keep practicing this, what I was talking about this evening, which is just do what needs doing and let go of the rest. Here's a phrase: do what you can when you can. And that's all it is. You see something that needs doing, do it when you can. Don't beat yourself up for it, because then you just lose more energy. You're wasting more energy on judging yourself and shaming yourself and guilt tripping yourself. And I think a lot of us, we have a lot on our plate. Life requires a lot of us just to sustain. We have relationships to develop, friendships, family, maybe romantic partnerships, parent-child relationships, right? Relationships require a lot of effort. And on top of that, most of us have some form of work. We have home upkeep, personal care, which includes everything from exercise to sleep to eating, food preparation, grooming. It requires a lot. It is a lot. In the past, we lived in tribes and then in multi-generational households, and we were able to spread the workload a little bit better, a little bit more cleanly. I don't know. But it takes using just one example, it takes fewer resources to take care of more people. If we look at like food, the more people you're feeding at once, the less money per person it technically costs to actually feed everyone. Because not only are you buying food in bulk, which costs less that way, But also, if you think about it, most of the time when you buy ingredients for a meal, if you're feeding 1 or 2 people, it's kind of hard to buy just enough for that one meal. So you end up buying more than you need. You have to figure out how to integrate it into other meals and all this other stuff. And then it takes about the same amount of time to prepare a meal, whether it's for 2 people or for 7 people. Any more than that, it can take more, of course. So there is a time savings when you have multiple people that you're doing something for. And you can spread the load a little, the workload between people. I know, I kind of ramble. Flow from subject to subject. That's probably more than enough for tonight. I appreciate you. And I'm proud of you. You're already, if you're seeing this video, you're already doing the work. You're already engaged in growth. And in figuring out what the heck you're here for and who you are. I'm proud of you for that. Because it takes courage to ask these questions, to open the doors that you're opening. And if you're like me, when you receive a compliment like that, you tend to dismiss it. You tell yourself that, well, if you're like me, it's like you didn't have any other choice. Kind of have to, because the alternative is just to be crushed to death under the weight of everybody else telling you who you are and why you're here. It's a question you have to answer for yourself. It comes from inside. And it requires courage. But you're up to the task. Go with peace. Go with love. And be well.